Oh, you're here to dress up and eat, huh? It's a waste for commoners who don't even know the difference between prime and cheap beef steak. Hurry up and hand it over. I'll pay for it.
Exactly. You shouldn't be here. This is for our elites, you know?
The man pulled out several bills from his wallet and tossed them onto our table. His smirk was just a lump of ugliness. As I pondered what to say in response, my name is Kent Anderson. Today, to celebrate the anniversary of entering college, Grandma and I came to a fancy steak restaurant to have a meal together.
Kent, congratulations. You've done so well. Eat plenty today.
I felt a ticklish sensation as my grandma smiled gently at me. Thank you, Grandma. It's kind of embarrassing.
What are you saying? You've accomplished something amazing, so don't hold back. Well, I wish I could have shown this to your grandpa too. How much Kent has grown.
Grandma smiled sadly. It would be nice if I could repay even a little bit. To my grandpa, yes, today, there was no one else but Grandma in this place.
Your parents too. They're watching from above.
Yeah, I think so too. My parents had passed away when I was young. The cause of death was an unforeseen accident. They got hit by a car that ran a red light, just like something out of a drama. Back when I was in elementary school, I had nowhere to go, so I ended up being taken in by my grandparents. While I was struggling to come to terms with reality, Grandma comforted me gently, but Grandpa, on the other hand, remained very indifferent.
Kent, take care of your own. Don't trouble Grandma.
George, don't say that.
At that time, I really hated Grandpa. After the death of my parents, I felt like I had no place, so I joined a bad group and started hanging out with bad friends, fighting every day, behaving terribly at school. Grandpa never said anything to me about it.
Kent, did you get into another fight?
It's fine, Grandma.
What's the point of that?
Shut up. It's none of your business. There were many clashes between Grandpa and me. I had thought we would never understand each other. Then one day, Grandpa suddenly passed away. I was a freshman in high school at the time. His chronic angina had worsened, leading to his demise. I had a hole in my heart because the person I used to argue with every day was gone. It was then that Grandma handed me a letter.
Grandpa left this for you. When he dies, give it to Kent. He's not honest.
Inside the envelope, neatly written with Kent, was a letter written on 2 sheets. I read through the densely written letter. It talked about how cold he had been to me after my parents passed away, because he wanted me to look forward and live without getting depressed, how he worried about me, how he couldn't express himself honestly. Various things were written there.
Learn as much as you can while you can. Explore the world and find a path where you can live as yourself, Kent. I hope for that. Please forgive me for only being able to express myself in this way.
That's how the letter ended. I later heard from my grandma that whenever I was bad at school and the school called them, my grandpa went to school and apologized.
Grandpa asked your teachers for you. Kent lost his parents when he was young and couldn't raise him in a proper environment. Kent's suffering is coming to the surface, so please forgive him now.
When I heard those words, tears just started flowing uncontrollably. I didn't know that at all. I never realized Grandpa cared about me that much. It turns out, he only decided to tell me about it when he got sick and wrote me that letter. I thought there was only one thing I could do in return. I'll study harder and try to find my paths. Maybe then I can face Grandpa.
You don't have to be bound by Grandpa's wishes, but learning and exploring the world are still very important. It'll surely benefit you someday.
From that day on, I made it my goal to study with the aim of seeing different parts of a world. At first, things didn't go smoothly, and my friends were creeped out at me for suddenly studying hard. Classmates were initially wary and kept their distance, but gradually that changed, and by the time I graduated from high school, I had made friends like everyone else. And then,
Are you going to apply to this college?
yes,
Honestly, with your current academic ability, I'm not sure if studying every day will even guarantee you pass.
I understand. But still, I want to give it a try.
All right, I'll support you as much as I can. There must have been some kind of trigger.
I had set my sights on a goal. I studied hard toward that goal. As a result, I was able to pass for my desired college. Honestly, at first, I didn't even know how to study, and I felt like giving up many times because I couldn't do it. But every time, I was supported by reading Grandpa's letters. On the day the results were announced, I leaped into Grandma's arms and couldn't help but shout without caring who saw us. It feels nostalgic. Even though it's only been a little while since then, it feels like such a long time ago.
That's right. I was really close to flipping over that time. Come on, let's eat. The course meal here is really delicious. I decided that if you passed, I would treat you to a special course here.
Grandma happily waved at the waitstaff.
Thank you for waiting.
We'd like the full course I reserved. For the main, we'd like the prime steak.
Sure. Thank you for the reservation. Please enjoy your meal.
Shortly after ordering, the course meal was brought to our table. From the drinks to the appetizers, everything looked and tasted as beautiful and delicious as Grandma had said. Seeing Grandma delighted made me very happy too. We chatted as we savored the delicious dishes. Up until that moment, I thought today was going to be a very good day.
Here is the main course, the prime steak. Please feel free to use the accompanying sauce and rock salt to your liking.
The main dish was Grandma's favorite, the prime steak. I had heard that she always had it on anniversaries with Grandpa and on important family occasions, so I guessed that's why she chose it this time too. As I admired the glossy dish in front of me, a woman approached us and spoke.
Excuse me, could you give that to us instead?
What did you say? A young couple from the adjacent table was staring at us. It was the woman who spoke, wearing a smug smile. Give it to us. What do you mean?
Come on, the main course. You're also having the course meal, right? We came to the restaurant in the mood for the prime steak, but they said you guys bought the last ones. We got here first, so what's going on? We'll pay you back if it's about money. So could you please give it to us?
I frowned at the word, which was entirely false. Besides, I couldn't think of her as a sane person to give her food. I have no idea about that. And my grandma made a reservation for us. The couple smirked at my words.
Grandma, even you can't even speak properly.
Yeah. Are you a student? This isn't the kind of place for kids like you, you know?
I was left speechless by their baseless accusations. As I stood there dumbfounded, the couple continued their barrage of words.
Oh, you're here to dress up and eat, huh? It's a waste for commoners who don't even know the difference between prime and cheap beef steak. Hurry up and hand it over. I'll pay for it.
Exactly. You shouldn't be here. This stuff's for our elites, you know?
The man pulled out several bills from his wallet and tossed them onto our table as if flinging them. His smirk was nothing short of repulsive. As I pondered how to respond, at that moment,
Could you please cut it out?
it was Grandma who raised her voice, staring at the couple with a piercing gaze. Grandma straightened her back and spoke firmly.
Today is my grandson's important celebration day. It's incredibly rude and lacking in manners for you to demand things like that without any decorum.
What?
Whatever the old hag says won't faze me. It's just jealousy from a poor person.
Getting irritated by those words, I was about to stand up from my seat, but Grandma stopped me with one hand. Her eyes were filled with unmistakable anger, causing me to involuntarily hold my breath.
Is it appropriate for you to say such things to me?
And what's your point? Are you trying to invoke seniority here? This isn't some outdated era, you know?
Well, you guys are employees of Citibank, according to the emblem on the chest of the suit. I had some assets left by my late husband, and I had entrusted them to Citibank for safekeeping. If there are employees like you, I can't entrust my assets with peace of mind. So I've decided to transfer them to another bank.
Upon hearing those words, the couple initially had a puzzled expression, but soon burst into laughter.
Haha, assets, huh? They must be insignificant anyway, right? Trying to intimidate us won't work.
Yate, seriously. If you think you can do something, go ahead and try. It's getting boring. I don't want the main dish in front of you. It's got the smell of poverty.
I couldn't take their condescending attitude anymore. The meal was ruined. Grandma.
I'm sorry, Kent. Let's call it quits for today's meal.
In the end, ignoring the disrespectful couple, we silently packed up our food and left the restaurant. Until the end, that couple kept whispering and gossiping about us. After leaving the restaurant, Grandma apologized with a wry smile, saying, "I'm sorry for making you feel bad. Grandma, you don't need to apologize. It's their fault."
Yeah, they need to be held accountable properly. Kent, could you stay with me for a bit?
Sure. I followed Grandma.
Don't worry, those two must be punished. Afterwards, let's go eat some delicious food again.
Here, Grandma headed towards Citibank. Citibank is the largest bank in this town, and I knew that Grandma had entrusted the inheritance she received from Grandpa to them. The account my parents had set up for me was also with Citibank, and Grandma managed it for me. Grandma approached the reception desk in silence and spoke to the clerk.
Excuse me, is the branch manager available? I'm Helen, who always relies on your assistance.
Upon hearing those words, the receptionist widened her eyes slightly and immediately flashed a smile.
Mrs. Helen Anderson, thank you as always. Could you wait a moment?
Yes, please.
It seems Grandma is quite well known at this bank. The branch manager who came out immediately greeted my grandma.
Helen, thank you for always having our service. How can I assist you today?
It's been a while, Robert. You seem well.
Thank you for your concern.
Well, today, I came here because I want to change the bank where I have my account.
Huh?
The branch manager's eyes widened at Grandma's words. Whether he understood the meaning or not, his complexion turned pale as Grandma continued speaking.
We've been greatly supported by Citibank since my late husband was alive, and we had hoped to continue that relationship. But today was an important day for me and my grandson. Coincidentally, Citibank employees happened to be sitting next to us and demanded our food.
What happened?
The branch manager was speechless with astonishment. Endeared by his shock, Grandma continued speaking.
I've really trusted you all this time, but I never imagined something like this would happen. I want to transfer the $30 million I have deposited here to another bank.
That's a lot of money. The staggering amount that came out of Grandma's mouth made me involuntarily gasp. While I knew Grandpa is wealthy, I never expected it to be to this extent. Even the receptionist's face turned pale at Grandma's words.
I deeply apologize on behalf of our staff.
It was your employee who told me to do it if I could transfer the account.
I'm truly sorry. How can I possibly apologize? I'm terribly sorry, but about that employee.
They were just at a place called Grand Vivant. It was a woman with shoulder-length blonde hair and a man in a navy suit.
Oh, I'm really sorry. We'll address it right away. Could you please wait here?
With the branch manager's feeble apology, Grandma replied, understood, and was escorted to the room. After a while, the couple with pale faces and the branch manager entered the room. Grandma sighed and spoke to the couple, who remained silent.
Hello again. I've come here to handle some paperwork, as you suggested. My name is Helen Anderson, and my husband, George Anderson.
The man's face turned pale at her words.
Ho, could this be George from our VIP list? the local wealthy individual. I'm terribly sorry.
We deeply apologize for the behavior of our staff. We have no words to express our regret for causing such discomfort.
This is the first time I've felt so disgusted. Not only did you belittle our family's precious time, but you also insulted my grandchild. Please don't think a mere apology is enough to make amends for that. I will transfer the $30 million to another bank. I want you to take responsibility for your own words. I'm amazed that a man like you exists in society.
Grandma said in a calm and cold voice. Upon hearing this, the man seemed to snap. He stood up and shouted,
Well, it's your fault for looking so shabby. Shouldn't you dress more appropriately for an important occasion? Oh, I see. You're lying about being George's wife. To trap us. Just to set us up.
Leon.
I sighed heavily at his pathetic sight. What was the apology just now for? We were utterly dumbfounded by his selfish behavior.
You are fired without question, right now. How dare you treat customers like that?
Branch manager. I'm the #1 in sales performance at this bank. I'm the top ace of this bank. Firing me over something like this would be a huge loss. There's no one else like me to replace.
Do you even understand what you're saying? Keeping a dangerous element like you in the company is more of a risk to the company.
Leon, even at this point, still hasn't given up, glaring at us as he continues speaking.
You know, when I think about it, I didn't even want to eat the prime steak in the first place. It's all because she wanted it. Yay, that's right. I wouldn't have even approached you guys if she hadn't said that.
Hey, why are you blaming me for this?
As the couple starts squabbling loudly, our anger only grows. For this couple, apologies are the last thing on their minds. They don't even consider for a millisecond that their behavior might be wrong. Unable to tolerate it any longer, I spoke up before Grandma could. Why don't you guys stop that ugly argument? Their quarrel stopped with the echo of my quiet voice. However, the man who couldn't control his anger bit me.
Don't talk to me. Shut up, brainless kid.
Who's brainless? It reminded me of something Grandpa once told me when I was young. Back then, when I was bullied by kids about my parents' death, my grandpa said, Kent, don't pay attention to those kinds of people. They're the brainless. Don't become like them. I couldn't accept it back then, thinking it was about me. But now, it's different. Guilt toward Grandpa, gratitude toward Grandma. It's about my parents. Various things have mixed together to make me who I am now. Wanting to see various worlds, I studied hard to get here. I pulled out my phone and showed a certain screen to the man in front of me. I'm not as dumb as to be called brainless. I've put in some effort, and I don't think I'm as brainless as you seem to think. It was a picture of myself holding a bouquet, taken in front of the gate of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. It's difficult for a brainless to get into MIT, don't you think? I said provocatively, and the man's eyes widened as he collapsed from his knees. I've met many people and clashed with many people in my life. But meeting someone like you, who lacks substance and overestimates themselves, is a first for me. I never want to become someone like you. There are no words that suit you better than brainless. Well then, Grandma, let's go home. Leaving the dumbfounded couple and the branch manager behind, I took Grandma's hand and left the bank.
You've grown up so much. You may have a sharp tongue, but Kent, you're okay now.
I will never forget the face of my grandma who laughed with tears in her eyes. In the end, the next day, the branch manager came to apologize with a gift of sweets. The branch manager was not entirely responsible, but he took charge and didn't escape demotion. Because my education for him really wasn't good enough. No wonder your account is transferred to another bank. We'll process it that way. The branch manager apologized to Grandma several times, and Grandma laughed and talked to him.
Well, I was actually planning to transfer, But since those two are no longer around, right? Citibank has a wide network, so those two will probably have a tough time for a while. In that case, I can trust Citibank again. They were George's favorites, after all.
According to what I heard from the branch manager, Leon and Hannah were fired on the spot after that. And it seems they were also hit with a demand for compensation and damages. Given that it's a major corporation, finding the next job will probably be tough.
Kent, happy birthday. How's your studies?
Yay, keeping up with the studies is tough, but it's a lot of fun.
I see.
What's wrong?
Well, your grandpa, you know, he was just like you, really, like looking in a mirror.
Really? On my birthday, Grandma suggested celebrating again at that same restaurant. Grandma made the reservation as she had declared.
Your grandpa is very naughty, too.
Oh, did he? I couldn't help but express my surprise at this revelation.
Yay, we used to fight every day. There were always bruises. When his mother passed away, he regretted it so much. He felt like he couldn't do anything. I guess he didn't want Kent to feel the same way. Every time Kent came home after a fight, he was really worried. He should have just asked Kent how he was doing at school. If he had friends, you know.
Oh, really? I see. Grandpa, he was worried about me. Grandpa must have made mistakes somewhere along the line too. And he was reflecting on them as he lived. He treated me in a way that would prevent me from having those regrets. Everyone makes mistakes. What's important is what you learn from them, and how you live your life afterward. That's what I learned from this experience. I'm sure I'll face various challenges in the future, but, like Grandpa taught me, I want to explore my own path and live my life according to what I learned from my failures.